Hello and welcome. This is rooflemonger, and my friends, we got some pretty big news today as we have final official confirmation of Virtua Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown, and we also have a release date, and it's very soon, as it is June the 1st. Yes, only a few days away. So with today's trailer and announcement, we have a lot of questions answered, although there are still some questions remaining. One of the big rumors turned out to be 100% true in that yes, the Yakuza team is working on this game, and I have to assume they're the reasons why the game looks a lot prettier than before. Some of these stages I thought, oh my god, is this a new stage? And like, no, it's the classic stage. It's just been done up and just made more beautiful to the extent that I just couldn't believe it was the same stage I've been looking at for like the last 10 years. We got new stages, the models have been prettied up, they look a lot sharper and cleaner just across the board. Some of the stages, some things have been added as well, as we'll go over in detail in a moment. But overall, yeah, this is just a completely brand new presentation, a brand new package for the classic game. Now, we do have some details, but we're still light on other details. So I gotta assume with the new graphics and all that, it's gonna come at bare minimum 1440p graphics, or should hopefully be 4K. We'll see. There is an event on May 27th, and hopefully everything we don't know now will be answered at that event. As for features we do know, one, the game has been sort of rebuilt on the Yakuza engine, specifically the Yakuza 7 Like a Dragon engine, because that is the newest version of the tech. Every stage will have new background music, although I do hope they keep a lot of the old background music as well, because maybe VF isn't as famous as like Guilty Gear for music, but I still quite like a lot of the sounds on a lot of the stages. There will be a new user interface, which we can see in the trailer. We can go over that in a moment here. And also there'll be new lighting and shaders for everything. We will also have an improved online suite, as we'll have tournament modes here, be able to spectate matches, be public lobbies that support up to 16 players, and we'll have things like stamps, you know, like Dragon Ball Fighters. Now, when it comes to online, I know the big elephant in the room is rollback netcode. Once again, we do not have all the details, so we'll probably have to wait for the event on May 27th to get an answer one way or another on that. While Japanese developers are now pro rollback netcode, it still sometimes takes them a hot minute to get it out there. Like, it took many months for the King of Fighters team to say, oh yeah, we're doing rollback netcode, and it's just not part of this initial presentation, but hopefully part of the bigger one come May 27th. There's the rumor that'll be part of the June PlayStation Plus lineup, where it'll be a free game, and if true, that'll be awesome, but it's not confirmed as of the time of this recording. If true, well, I got some speculation on that we'll talk about at the end of the video. And finally, one of the bigger questions as well, will there be a rebalance of the game? I have to assume there would be, just to go through all this effort to not, just tweak a few numbers in a few places, because the balance is very good, yes, but it's certainly not perfect. I guess we gotta wait and find out on that. All I know is, if there is to be a rebalance, well then Eileen players will be very happy, and Akira players, watch out for the knife. So now that we've talked what's out there currently, let's talk about some of the stuff we can see and find in the trailer, as there is some interesting little tidbits. And first up, Sega! The yelling of Sega, for those that are younger watching, that was Sega's whole attitude back in the 90s, right? In your face, extreme yelling, and that's just a nice little callback to that. From there, we open with a little montage, I guess you could say, of the game. So we start with Virtua Fighter 1, as you can see here, and it was pretty rudimentary, but it was mind-blowing back in the day, just so you know. Move on here, we see Virtua Fighter 2, we see some Virtua Fighter 3, going to Virtua Fighter 4, and god, I missed this stage. This stage, the helicopter stage was so cool. And finally, Virtua Fighter 5, and hey, wouldn't you know it, now we're moving to the future. And now, yes, technically this title is still Virtua Fighter 5, but with a whole new coat of paint and a whole new show of love, that's why we get the Ultimate Showdown. And we can see it right off the bat here, like, Brad, looks like $1 million bucks, like, looks so much cleaner and sharper than he ever did before. We get also some hints of gameplay here, and one of the big things is the UI is different, the whole red-blue esports motif, definitely going whole in on that. And the stages, oh my god, the lighting, the everything, the stages look amazing compared to how they used to before. It's truly just upgraded. Speaking of upgrades as well, it's a lot more than just the lighting. Some of the stages, as we can see right here, actually have new features. So if you look behind Jackie doing his Bruce Lee motif there, you see a giant shark in the background. That was never there before. And it's not just any shark. If you know your Virtua Fighter lore, you know that to be the Devil Shark, which has so plagued Jeffrey for so many years, and even the Illuminati had to go capture that shark. I know it sounds absolutely insane, but trust me, that shark is a key part of Virtua Fighter lore. So what I'm saying is there's a lot of love going into this. Going forward from this, just everything looks so much sharper and cleaner. Keep in mind, Virtua Fighter 5 is over 10 years old. A lot of its look still holds up today, but having this nice new coat of paint definitely helps out quite a bit. Like even the lighting on Kira, look at all that. Like just glistening off his big old biceps and all that kind of stuff has certainly improved big time. Now, this trailer is more of like a sizzle trailer. It's not really giving us too much hardcore info, other than we can see that the heads-up display, the HUD has changed up a little bit. And once again, going with that red and blue esports motif. Showcasing some of the funner things like low wall-only throws. A few characters have these, and they all look fantastic. Things like Kage stage here. I thought this was an all-new stage for a second. They've added so much to it that I thought it was all new, but no, it's just an update of the classic stage. Everything's just so sharp and upgraded. Once again, I'm gushing, but I'm just because I'm very much impressed. We get to see classic things like Splash Mountain here for Jeffrey, just one of his signature style of attacks, and really gets you pretty good. And other than that, just showing, hey, this is much sharper, much cleaner, new presentation. It's all excellent. There's still a lot of details yet to be revealed. We'll know them pretty soon. But the one thing I want to talk about now is the speculation of the PlayStation Plus lineup. I know we'll know soon, but I don't know right now, so I have to speculate at the moment. But if it truly is on the PlayStation Plus lineup, one, this will put Virtua Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown in the hands of millions of players. Virtua Fighter hasn't been a truly big deal on PlayStation since the days of Virtua Fighter 4 and Virtua Fighter 4 Evolution. And, you know, it was greatest hits, all that kind of stuff. So this is a huge deal. This is the biggest exposure Virtua Fighter could get that it could ever hope for at all. And with that said, so if this is a PlayStation Plus exclusive, this is only out for PlayStation systems, by the way, unfortunately, if you're a PC fan. But if this is a PS Plus exclusive, it's going to be there and it's going to be handed out to millions of people out of the gate, then it probably stands to reason, at least to me, that Sony probably bankrolled part of this project. And specifically, this is get the Virtua Fighter brand back out there in perhaps for a preparation for a Virtua Fighter 6. And if Sony bankrolled part of this, then a Virtua Fighter 6 would then almost certainly be a Sony exclusive game. Not too long ago, Sony bought EVO, the biggest fighting game tournament in the world. And you don't buy EVO unless you're doubling down on your commitment to fighting games. Now, as per leaks, which things can change, yes, but as per leaks, Street Fighter 6 will be a multi-platform game. So no longer Sony console exclusive. And Sony, if you're going to keep getting in the fighting games, you want your console exclusive fighter, and Virtua Fighter, that would be a pretty good one to get. Now, once again, this is all very long-term speculation, but the wheels are turning in my head on this one. I think this is where things are going. You bankroll Ultimate Showdown, get the Virtua Fighter brand back out there, you give it to millions of people in your customer base by putting it on PlayStation Plus, and then all of a sudden, when VF6 rolls around, console exclusive, Sony exclusive, and then you have a whole pre-built audience. Now, if this is not a PlayStation Plus game and we find out tomorrow or something and this is all nothing, then I guess I'm just a crazy person ranting. But just think about it for a second because it makes a lot of sense to me. But anyways, my friends, that's what we know for now. I'll definitely have some guides, combos, all that kind of stuff waiting for you. Don't worry about that. It's going to be a busy month for me because this is also the month that Guilty Gear Strive comes out, but I'll figure it out some way, somehow. So I'm looking forward to it. I hope you are too. I'm looking forward to playing my boy Wolf again. It's been way too long and just exciting times. And this is the biggest month for fighting games in the FGC in many years. That all said, my friends, that's it for this video. So thank you very much for watching. Hope this video has found you well, and go out and play some Virtua Fighter.